Hello, I'm Laura Griffith and I am an artist from Cowarumup in the southwest of Western Australia. We're here in the Bonstall Room in Busselton for this year's Margaret River Open Studios event.
What's your favourite at the moment?
Okay, this painting here I'd say is one of my favourites of my most recent work on this wall. This is a painting of Gracetown from the southern side of the bay, South Point looking back at the town. And I quite like this. I wanted it to be more a focus on the community and the houses and the people, and I feel like it's such a surf-centric place. A lot of the time the focus is on the waves and the surfing, but for myself it's more about the feeling of place and the community, and I was hoping to just give a slightly different viewpoint on an area that a lot of people go to. Yeah.
So what medium are you using? What?
Yeah, sure. I work with oil paint. I do use acrylic initially for my base layers. I'll put a colour down first in acrylic, and then I'll sketch out my composition in acrylic, and then I start building up my layers in oil. I paint very fine, thin layers, so I'm not completely covering the canvas. I'm letting that base colour inform the colours that come through. So I'll pick a colour to go underneath that's going to be the main colour for the atmosphere that I want to create in the piece. So yeah, these pieces at the end of day, it's all about the colour and the lighting and the way that end of day light affects the colours. Yeah.
And do you like doing the skies?
I do. The skies are more my focal point than the landscape. So often the sky is sort of the last thing that is thought about. It's sort of in the background and it can often be plain, whereas for me it's all about the sky and the mood that creates and the atmosphere, and I'm very particular about the clouds.
Okay, what have we got here?
So this painting is of the Daintree rainforest in far north Queensland, and we travelled Australia in 2018-19, and I came back with just this thing in my head about this lush green rainforest and how I could just imagine it. It's this big painting, and I hadn't really attempted to paint anything like this before, and for a long time it was like, I don't know, it's a bit too hard, like all that detail, all those leaves. And it was a really good exercise for me to sort of get that confidence boost of I can do it, and there's a lot going on, and some of it's accurate and some of it I had to make up, but at the end of the day it worked, and I think it's the feeling of it, it's the lush, the green.
You can look at that and then you can disappear into that, can't you?
Yeah, and that's what I wanted, just that calming sort of escapism sort of aspect. I love portraiture and figurative art, so I do landscapes and I do this sort of thing, and I really wanted to have a go at a competition entry piece, so to have a crack at entering some prizes. So I approached this piece from that point of view. I wanted something interesting and impactful and challenging for the viewer and myself. I wanted to see how far I could push the hyperrealism with the face, but the feeling behind it, I tried not to overcomplicate it. It really just was where I was at in my own mind that day, a feeling of frustration of distractions and all these other things going on that want your attention, and just that kind of enough, stop with all that, all the things that I should be doing this, I should be doing that. It's kind of representing determination and staying strong despite all the weight of all the things. So this kind of wetness and drippiness was meant to represent that things weighing you down, but the figure has still got a really intense, strong, focused look and posture. Like I chose this pose because of the intensity, I suppose, of it. It kind of spoke, the body language spoke of what I wanted it to say. But it's a pretty intense piece, I suppose, but I'm pretty proud of it. Like it was a good challenge. I learnt a lot from it. Yeah. Thank you.